but I'm gonna get you to tweet. Twitch chat is smarter than me. That's what I'm gonna get you to tweet. I'm just letting you know right now.
I mean, you know, fair enough. I can take that. It's not that bad because, you know, at least maybe some guys will be like, you know, come around to my side like, yeah, this guy finally knows, finally a coaster. Anyways. All right, them's the stakes, them's the odds. Of course, us guys, know what you think in the chat. Let's get into this game. Love to see a bit of Ukrainian pride as well. I love when they do that. Navi, whenever they've got the blue and the yellow player, they like to draw the flag on the minimap. It's really cute. Anyways. Let's see how this one works out. Iceberg's going to be playing at mid, pretty uncontested in the Storm Spirit. Wow, he's ranked 25 on the Storm Spirit. This guy's playing a lot of Storm.
Magic is an abomination.
Gotta fear it.
Yeah, he is. He's a really big time Storm player. I feel like he plays every other game Storm Spirit against on Navi.
Yeah.
It's just so nice to watch him. And they always stack for him too. Plenty in the game. Ooh, I just realized something. No man.
Very nice. What's that?
That was nice. They're actually putting the Lina into the safe lane, and they're putting the Shadow Shaman top. So this Lina is not gonna have that same level of impact, and it's not the best babysitter for anti-mage as well.
Meanwhile, a bit of zoning coming out from both teams. SoNNeikO just going to force back V2 and AlWAYSWANNAFLY. Meanwhile, RodjER gets a bit of damage off onto Dream, forces him back under the tower, and also goes for the small cap block as well with that sentry. So, all things considered, this game is looking probably more even than the last game. I think we both agree. This one is looking very, very close in terms of just drafts and what can happen. But, you know, in the learning phase, anything can break down. I think in the mid, we're probably going to see FN with maybe a little advantage until level 6, and then the Storm's going to start to be a bit of a threat. Maybe look some rotations. Meanwhile, at bottom, AlWAYSWANNAFLY. Gonna get silenced up here, surrounded by dire heroes. They've got a lot of damage coming out onto the Lina, but it's not gonna be enough to bring her down as she makes her way under the tower. Who will survive, so the 3-man rotation to start off the game doesn't quite go the way they wanted on the side of it to win, but still a good amount of harassment coming on for Lina.
Yeah, they were hoping for a first blood or something of that sort, maybe onto Lina or something, but that's okay. SoNNeikO is back top. Shadow Shaman going to be bullying out Enchantress for a bit, especially since she has Enchant level 1.
Love the fighting over the small camp hero. It's like, no, I will do one. And he's got so much right click damage, and with the Aftershock as well, just you can't trade with the Shaman level 1. He does so much damage.
Yeah, SoNNeikO does have another sentry available though. Try and get rid of that.
Some high octane support dewarding on dewarding. Wow, RodjER is aggressive. Look at this dude coming under the tower to get some more hits in into the Enchantress. He's gonna find the courier as well. Stink will not survive. I think he tried to give it across to SoNNeikO in the last second there, but couldn't quite do so. RodjER gives him the old tip as well. Very, very aggressive playing with RodjER. And another deward. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, we have the anti-mage being played by V2 with AlWAYSWANNAFLY being played by, playing the Lina. And Afterlife will be on his Bloodseeker and Shire Demon being played by Immersion. So one little combo we haven't really mentioned, which could catch out the Storm and the anti-mage if they're really good with it, is of course the disruption into the Blood right. Now I imagine they've just got this very well timed, so we'll see if they can actually land that one. That'd be pretty clutch if they could.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We see V2 already not scaling up his mana break just because of this disruption. Lina, nice stun before she gets silenced up. I think she was just dead there if that stun didn't land, so I don't think it would have been able to just chase her down, get a few hits. But does have a Fairy Fire though, so maybe not as close as we think.
Good old
but still, lots of pressure that's going to be coming on bottom lane. I really don't expect V2 to scale up this mana break at all in the laning stage.
Really? That's how much he doesn't want to get his own mana burn.
Exactly. The Shire Demon can just disrupt the AM and put the illusions onto Lina, and it would be way too
middle lane, Iceberg getting very low. FN can't quite finish the job though. He's out of spells, but still. Oh, now the bottom picks up in a timely fashion by Iceberg here. But so nearly brought him down. They got very, very close to securing the kill, but in the end couldn't quite do it.
Yep, 4-minute power runes. We're going to be looking out for that. Snapfire's bottle not quite here yet. Opted for the bracers and the magic stick first against Storm Spirit. Enchantress going away to the far jungle camp to get a creep. So far Navi doing really well on lanes. As of right now. Axe doesn't really have a lot of last hits, but neither does the Faceless Void.
There's actually so much Bastion on Luna, she's never really in trouble with Fairy Fire. And the stick meanwhile up at top, RodjER could be the new target, the Dream trying to bring him down. They've got the Sentinel Storm as well, and that will be a first blood. Dream gets a kill with SoNNeikO, and they're gonna get that nice amount of gold for their carry player.
That's really good. They needed something like that. This Void only has 10 last hits in the top lane. Who's getting the rune? Oh, we got the Snapfire, double damage.
Ow.
Not the best rune for the snap, but still gonna be able to deny a lot of creeps against Iceberg.
Yeah, that's the thing. Iceberg not quite 6 though. They're deeping in the Shaman here. Interesting as they go in with the Electric Vortex. FN playing it quite defensively though. Yeah, they were trying to bait them in, looks like.
Yeah, FN does pop the DD now, so it looks like Storm's just gonna leave this lane, go jungle, not gonna fight into this double damage Snapfire.
Yeah, makes sense.
SoNNeikO now. SoNNeikO's almost level 3. Once he's level 3, that's when it gets really annoying for this Axe lane. The level 2 enchant, having a 60-second creep available to just keep following this Axe around.
Yeah, the enchant with the impetus, just a lot of harassment damage into this Axe, but so far so good for Generally. He's been able to take very good control of this lane. That said, with that kill, Dream's going to be able to get himself something at least. But yeah, net worth, you know, he is still the poorest core. Just not where he wants to be as a Void.
Yeah, SoNNeikO now coming in with that ghost creep to help him out.
Good creep to find.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Ignoring the Axe, trying to go for the kills, but RodjER going to turn around with that lovely shackle. Unfortunately though, I don't think it's going to be enough to save it. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Iceberg goes down. We'll get the kill onto RodjER at least, but Dream taking some damage from this. Has a six stack of magic wands, sorry, 9. So we'll be absolutely fine. But mid lane, a death. It looks like, oh yeah, they did use one. Yeah, the old cookie and just Scanner Blast into one of the kisses. That's a freebie.
Exactly. It was just a cookie into the kids. Like Storm was not level 6 yet. Still has like almost 1 creep XP away from 6. He might have just wanted to wait for that before he came to the lane again, but taking full advantage of the level 5 Storm. FN now level 7.5. Very high in XP. Like his next rotation to one of the side lanes is going to be so devastating for Navi.
Yeah, this is a scary snap fire. Meanwhile, say it comes down to Immersion down at the bottom lane. Vici gonna turn around. Oh, the counter spell catches out Immersion. Take a lot of damage from himself. They'll throw down the. No, he's dead. Vici gets on top of him. Right clicks galore. One more hit will be needed. Creeps. Oh, it's not enough. Always on fly plans. Right click. And they will take out Immersion. Always on fly ring, tanking that damage from the Blood Right just to get a bit more harassment on the Bloodseeker. Meanwhile, up at top, they can have a shackle, but the Iceberg comes in and gets a kill. Dream gets dropped down. The big rotation from Storm Spirit secures a kill onto the Faceless Void as he continues to have an absolutely miserable time up here in the top lane. Oh, and again, you know, we're seeing a similar story. FN winning his lane at mid, but the side lanes are going not quite as well as you would like on the side of Live to Win.
That's okay for now. Live to Win's timing is definitely going to be around 10 to 11 minutes when the anti-mage is going to be sitting in the jungle, not wanting to join fights. Top lane, RodjER and SoNNeikO both getting a little bit low here.
Oh dear, down goes SoNNeikO and RodjER. The support's just trading, but generally they might be out of the woods yet. If the bash comes through from the Faceless Void, he could be in some trouble. Did they have the Hellbear Smash? They don't. Axe gonna make his way out of this one. Hellbear Smash won't be able to cancel that salve, unfortunately. Pretty even trade up on the top lane, all things considered. They're saying that Dream's actually been able to get himself a ton of CS after this as well. He's kind of taking control a bit.
Yeah, he's okay. He's got Chrono up, Snapfire, 1 TP to top lane. They're going to be able to get a kill onto the Axe. That's what he's waiting for right now, but the Snap does not have a TP up for another 30 more seconds.
Bottom lane, in comes the Mortimer's Kisses, but cancelled out by the Mana Void. He just throws down that cooldown to make sure FN doesn't follow up with the kill on AlWAYSWANNAFLY, and that'll be that.
Iceberg coming in.
Will that be that? Yeah, here he comes. Iceberg going for the fray, looking for the Shadow Demon Cookie on the forward. It's going to be enough to save Immersion. Iceberg really wants it. He's hungry for it. Haste under the tier 1 tower. The absolute lunatic's going for this kill, taking so much damage in the meantime. He has got that haste rune though, and it is about to run out, but it doesn't matter. He's made his way to safety, and they will not get any retribution for that kill. Afterlife, meanwhile, just shoving his head into his bottom lane. That is going to be that. That is going to be that.
You only get a shot even, that's okay.
RodjER out onto AlWAYSWANNAFLY, Cookie forward as well, and that's going to secure the kill. That's going to grab that with cookie damage. Very nice.
Oh, Iceberg mid, no mana.
Oh no, SoNNeikO catches him out. Boy tries to go into Chronos Spear, gets into the Hex, doesn't matter though, comes down the other side, drops a Chronos Spear, does bring down that Storm. Now looking over towards RodjER, just doesn't have a counterplay, he's going to drop as well. Incredible rotation in from the little lane, they take down two massive targets.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And just like that, they're going to be able to pressure up this mid tower, and this is what Navi hates happening. This is where anti-mage can't do anything, can't join the team fights really, doesn't have really good mana boy targets. They have to force Selena and the Axe to TP mid. Axe cancels out though, so he's going to still continue to stay top. That means Lithuanian have a chance to just go back into this tower again.
They want to, but two more TPs coming from Navi. My goodness, they love this tower.
Dude, that's so much space now for Lithuanian, right? They can't make any plays on bottom now or the top side. This gives an opening for Lithuanian to make a smoke play, but they are kind of low on mana. What's up?
If you want some relationship advice, just find a girl that loves you as much as Navi loves that middle tier 1 tower. You're set.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, everybody loves their middle tier 1 tower though.
Not as much as these boys. Meanwhile, SoNNeikO. Oh, and Iceberg. Yeah, this is a dead little thing, unfortunately. Bye, SoNNeikO.
Yep, 3 cores. Doesn't have untouchable yet, unfortunately. Dream is going to chill top though. He's not feeling scared of anyone, to be honest, up here. But he's also not going to be able to farm, so he's just going to get out.
Wow, my guy's going Midas.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
A bit awkward, but you know, it's still a farming item, right? That's what Void does. He just needs to farm. So
Dire's structures
go for it.
are fortified.
Gives him that mad attack speed as well to get off those time locks. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Kind of meh.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I think Void is one of the heroes where like Midas is kind of acceptable on right now because it's a pretty huge DPS item for him too. And Midas, Master Madness, like pretty much everything Void needs.
You know what? During the broadcast, we should come out with any wish list suggestions for the patch coming up Thursday. We have an engagement in the middle lane. RodjER's going to be the target. One of his kissers coming over the top. They're going to be able to bring him down with that city. He's going to throw a couple away of Iceberg. Chasing them off. But yeah, for this patch, you know, I want something I've always wanted. It's that when a hero gets to 100 HP, I want you to be able to Midas them. Midas an enemy hero or a friendly hero.
I mean, that'd be pretty OP though, because now you can't outplay your opponent, you know? What if you have a big magic wand and then they Midas you right before you use your wand? That feels bad.
Don't let yourself get to 100 HP.
Let's not make Midas mainstream. Thank you.
Alright, what about 1% of your HP, Paul?
No.
Dazzle's officially Dazzle's already dead, but we're just gonna make him even more dead. Anyways. AlWAYSWANNAFLY having some troubles in the middle lane. SoNNeikO starts the engagement here. Dream's gonna come in as well, and I think they're gonna be able to drop this leader. They just return with the Laguna Blade on SoNNeikO. Now Iceberg trying to follow up on the Enchantress. Dream finally deals with AlWAYSWANNAFLY, but Vichu's gonna come in and take down SoNNeikO, and now Dream's gonna be in some trouble as well. He's got the Time Walk available, but he's getting his health taken away. Time Walk away. In comes Vichu, getting on top of him. Boy on the run. Does he have a team? I think to beat him. Steals the double damage, but in comes the big man of Void. Take down the faceless Void. Where were his teammates? They didn't seem to be coming.
Yeah, they were kind of hitting the tower middle. And then they're like, oh shoot, our Void needs help. And then they try to go over there, but it was just too late already. That was really convenient because Vichu was nearby, sees the one hit on the Enchantress, blinks and hits him, and then Storm's like, oh hey, Anthony is in this team fight. That's not normal, but let's just go for this Void anyway. And then just burn his mana slowly but surely. Got a pretty big kill now. That's gonna help AM quite a lot actually.
Certainly is. Certainly is. Well, this game, it's certainly spicy. I still think Na'Vi are in a pretty good position. AM, he's top of net worth. Iceberg's having a pretty good time as well. These two greedy cores have gone through the laning phase with relative ease. It's really about how much pressure Lithuanian can put in the next few minutes, and they're going to try and do exactly this with the smoke at mid.
Yeah, the mid tower dead. This jungle jungles are quite exposed for Na'Vi. I would love to see this Kisses actually go on a much more important kill than just the supports. I feel like they haven't really done as much as they could have pairing up these spells from Liquid. Like what? You got RodjER, you also have Chrono. We haven't seen those go on to the AM or the Axe yet, and I think these two are the big kills right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But Dream's not going to be really that interested in using his goal. I mean, maybe he should be. I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel like this guy just wants to hit creeps, but at the same time, I think he should be fighting when his Chrono is up. What do you think?
He doesn't have a TP right now. If it's like a really easy TP into Time Walk Chrono play, then he'll do it. But he's not going to go out of his way to pop the Chrono at the moment, I think. The smoke play from Lift to Win doesn't really hit. They managed to take like a creep stack, but that's pretty much it. I think Lift to Win do want to fight though, right now. They're just a bit cautious because FN is 200 gold away from the Ags, and that could be a big item that can help them in the next engagement.
Yeah, they're just gonna be patient, wait for it, get themselves this lovely item scepter, and blast the Bloodseeker into engagements first.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about waiting is like sometimes you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Someone's like, oh, I got this item on the way, I got this item on the way, and then eventually the enemy just has everything they need, and then you go fight them. But sometimes you just gotta follow your senses and just go with the play. Get a kill, build some momentum, and then you're gonna get your item eventually, regardless.
Oh boy, talking about getting items though, Storm has finished this Orchid, and Na'Vi want to make a play with it. They are smoked up into the enemy jungle, seeing what they can find. There is SoNNeikO on the tower, not the most high priority target, but certainly will go down and take it on top. Looking forward to General, oh my goodness, just drops so much onto the ball. Oh no, Immersion TVs this one as well. Dream gonna pop down the Chrono Bit, trying to bring down the Storm Spirit. AlWAYSWANNAFLY here as well to drop down the Blood right perfect from Live to Win as they get one. They're going to look towards General as well. General goes for the TP away. Meanwhile, the AlWAYSWANNAFLY is going to get killed off by AFTERLIFE and Dream. Meanwhile, there's an easy TP out for the Axe. He's going to survive this, but all things considered, a big win for Live to Win. Na'Vi getting a little bit carried away with that play, but there's always a but. The anti-mage, he is just farming his little pants off.
Yeah, and they also get the mid tower too on RodjER. So they even that out too. It wasn't actually the worst loss here.
Pull up mid, it could get a bit worse. They jump forward onto FN. He needs a way out of this one. He doesn't have one. He's going to get popped. Pichu gets himself a kill into the enemy mid lane. The highest net worth hero on the enemy team goes down. Now it becomes a win for Na'Vi.
Big win. Big win there for Na'Vi with that Snapfire getting killed off. Anti-Mage also gained the last hit too. He's going to be so close to that Manta now. Just like what, 2,000 gold? Oof, we're looking at like a 18.5-minute Manta.
Radiant's top tower is under
Not as good as last game, but you know, considering he's got a Battle Fury, I'd say it's pretty damn good.
Oh, it's really, really good. This is as fast as it's gonna get for an anti-mage, and they get an Immersion kill too. Oh, dude,
yeah,
this is really crumbling right now.
He was kind of stuck. He was just kind of chilling in the tree line, hoping Na'Vi would just leave. And they didn't.
They're not gonna stop chasing Dream.
Surely not. He has a hero that can't full hit. Oh my god, he doesn't.
He needs to fight. No, they want to fight. They want to fight this. Okay. Like, he has no TP, they have no way of actually getting out.
It's close. Meanwhile, they'll jump on the Pichu. Pichu is going to flick himself away and get himself killed. He didn't really have a choice there. It's Model Kisses coming through, but there we go. Chooses to rip off the band-aid, use a RodjER and get himself killed by Bloodseeker instead. Meanwhile, though, AlWAYSWANNAFLY will go down in the back to Dream. So, alright.
There we go.
There you go. That's how you rescue Private Faces Void.
Yep, that was a really good bait from him too. And then they're like chasing him. Everybody from Live to Win TP's down. He makes it really hard. He let Na'Vi know that he's still there, pretty much, right? By using that time dilation. And it's like, oh, I'm over here, guys. Chase me. And it gave enough time for Live to Win to TP in and get this big pick off onto the anti-mage. So that 19.5-minute Manta, not looking like it anymore.
Time for the big questions, though. Did he actually come to lane without Town Portal Scroll to, you know, to make that bait happen?
No, he did not really expect Na'Vi to follow him all the way. He just was following the creeps, to be honest, on Dream. But it worked out in the end.
Yep. Oh,
here we go.
Firing in the void. Don't find anyone, unfortunately, but there we go. Sad trombone, very fitting.
Anytime the anti-mage on any creep wave, FN will not hesitate to just just gobble up and toss someone in there.
No.
And he's going to be very careful because that does a lot of damage. Ooh, sneaky Roshan from Navi. Sneaky.
Oh dear. He's going down pretty quickly. They need to get themselves over here. Will they figure it out?
Iceberg is showing bottom. This is super sneaky rush from Navi here.
Really, really good. And there is absolutely zero inclination on the side of Live to Win. Currently, this Roshan is happening. It is taking some time though. They have time to figure it out, but do they? They've got a blood right now. They have no idea this is going on, and this is going to be a really, really big play from Navi. 3, 2, 1, and we're in some trouble, and Rodji is actually going to get dropped as well. The dog comes down, AFTERLIFE will fall. Beacon picks up the Aegis. A very fortunate event to the side of Navi. They are so far ahead right now. That's scary.
Yep, and also just 600 from Manta. This Aegis is going to help this anti-mage a lot in terms of joining the next team fights with this Manta style. We kind of see here and there where AM, even though they have Manta, they don't feel comfortable blinking into engagements unless it's perfect. But with Aegis, he's going to be able to do that.
Yeah, do you even think they want to fight that much though? I think they just kind of want to take in any engagements which they view as being good, but otherwise just kind of farm up and fight you in the late game, probably.
They probably want to fight. They have the Axe with the Blink Flame Mail, they got the Storm with the Orchid. This is the timing where they're actually stronger than Live to Win, so you want to push your advantage. RodjER finds a Bloodseeker.
Yeah, they have got a cookie. It's actually coming up right into their faces to get the Gobble Up throwback, trying to turn it around onto RodjER. They'll be able to do that perfectly. Cute little play from FN as the enemy tries to flick himself away, but he's been ruptured up. That's going to be his first life kill. So pretty scary to come close. Iceberg actually going to come around the back and down the kill. The Bloodseeker, it looks like they have the damage. It looks like they do. All disruption comes in. It lands just as the Storm Spirit and the enemy as he respawns. Bloodseeker trying to lift himself away from them. We're going to be so careful, but they're going to be able to bring down the Storm. Beautiful chrono from Dream. Beautiful plays from Live to Win. They neutralize the Aegis and get themselves a kill from the Storm Spirit in the process. That is how you do it.
Oh, they were looking for that anti-mage kill too, but General make that clutch Berserker's Call onto the Void. I feel like he should have done it before the chrono came out, but he really waited. He still gets the Void, saves the AM at least. The Storm does die, but that's okay. The Storm kill is not that big of a deal for Navi, I think. The anti-mage getting away is definitely going to be way more of a win here. And also Chrono's on cooldown, so they can just go again.
Yeah, they need to. But watching that replay back, was the axe cool? I don't know, it kind of felt like he didn't want to blink into Chrono there, I think is what his decision was. So he waited until Chrono came out and then just tried to catch him on the edge, which he did so very, very well. Probably saved the AM, but couldn't save the girl. Yeah, all the cookie lands. Oh no. Neil Beeching gets killed from SoNNeikO in the backland. Faces the win! Oh my god! What the hell just happened?
What?
How did he's dead, folks.
Alright. That's a terrible trade now for Live to Win.
3 spin. 1,300 damage reflected by the Blade Mail. Beeching gets another kill. Jesus, spinning tops, eh? Pretty strong.
It was also because of Mask of Manish, right? It reduces your armor, so your physical damage gets reflected to you, and it does even more damage to you. Because the Blade Mail is reflecting physical there. Oh, dude, that's crazy. That's gotta feel so bad for Live to Win now. They finally found this axe. Finally, they're gonna get a pick off on him, and the Void dies for it.
Yeah.
That's a face in the keyboard moment for the Void, unfortunately, because that's one of those things we didn't expect it. He didn't expect it. It's just Dota. Sometimes she be a cruel mistress. This time, most certainly was the case.
Yeah, the anti-mage just keeps getting ahead of this Face's Void. Now up 4,000, 5,000 gold almost. That's an entire big item B2 has over Dream here. And this is the big differences in this game. The 2 carries.
Scary stuff. Scary stuff indeed. Well.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Iceberg now has a BKB complete too. He's gonna have a pretty easy time going into the back lines and shutting down FN now.
I've been wanting this.
Yeah,
they want to make a play
to try and just disable this player as they jump forward onto Dream once again. Emergen's going to come in, throws on this disruption. That might actually be enough to save him, but no, they get the orchid out. Before the disruption comes through, Emergen's going to TP himself away. Dream dies for a second time in a row. His game has just absolutely been slammed into a brick wall.
Bottom?
Okay, there's some interesting plays going on. Looks like they were looking for a very greedy play onto the Snapfire, and this has not really gone how they hoped. FN gets himself the double, and yeah, that was very greedy.
Now they make 2 plays at the same time. They saw the anti-mage top, so that was like, okay, 3 heroes top, so Lina probably only has an axe down here. Let's try to make a play. They do really well in getting 2 kills. So this game's gonna come down to FN now, I think. Like, the Phases Void is kind of really falling off at the moment. Needs that BKB. But FN, if he gets to level 20, gets that low shredder, use your attack damage, it's gonna be doing a lot of damage after that. He's already queued up the crystal. That's it.
Yep.
He knows what's wrong in the game now. Exactly.
Yeah, he did have the MKB queued up and then decided to go for the Chrysalis, realizing that they're probably going to need a bit of damage a little bit earlier than an MKB, which I think is definitely the right call. They are actually in a lot of trouble on this live to win side. Like 1 or 2 more fights, which go really badly for them, and you know, it's going to be second Aegis going the way of Na'Vi, and then they're probably going to be on your high ground. Needs some answers quick. So let's have a look at some items. Storm has BKB and Orchid, absolute menace. Not going to really care about the disruption and science combo anymore. Only really fears the Chronosphere, to be honest.
Exactly. Shadow Shaman. I feel this game, RodjER has been having so much impact, like, on this hero. And I love the build too. Just maxing out Hex, maxing out Shackles. You have so many disables against this Void and this Bloodseeker. It's really nice, and it makes pretty much live to win have to focus RodjER no matter what. Or else he's just going to be locking your heroes down. I really like that. Aether Lens going for Blink next for that positioning.
Yeah, the Aether feels so good when you're playing into Chronosphere as well. And just drop down the Hex sometimes unexpectedly. Very, very strong. Meanwhile, all the time, we haven't really seen the same kind of game impact coming out. I mean, Shadow Demon's made a couple of good saves. The Enchantress did quite a lot in the laning phase. As usual, it's kind of like this hero which runs around throwing spears at people in the mid game. But yeah, not really quite having the same game impact as supports on the side of Na'Vi.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially, like, SoNNeikO just... Not sure what really happened to him in this game. Maybe it's just too much magic damage, or he doesn't really have that hero who can lead the fights for him. I guess they're kind of lacking on that. And looking back on this draft too, I really like my feeling on this Bloodseeker was right. You know, it just doesn't feel that good in this game. His score is like 4-6, but the amount of impact he's had in this game doesn't feel too hot.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of been the solution to the anti-mage though. The only kills they've had on the anti-mage have been from Ruptures. But I agree that like the anti-mage wouldn't be such a problem. Yeah, well, true. But the anti-mage wouldn't be such a problem if they'd had a better hero in the laning phase to kind of put some pressure on him. But there we go. They didn't really have many offlaners to pick from in the end, and that's the one they decided to go for. Bounce runes will spawn, it's going to be 2 for 2. Then nearly level 20. He needs just a level and a half to get there. It's so important for this team that FN hits that level. And they can actually offer something inside these Chronospheres to bring heroes down.
The multi-shot from 25, that's a huge one too, right? You get the crit, and then even if you see the anti-mage blink in, you can hit pretty much the Mantas and the hero all at the same time, and just find the real AM, try to kill him.
Here we go. Wraparound players being made from live to win. SoNNeikO leading the charge, doesn't really mind if he pops the smoke and goes down. Just looking to set up for the Chronosphere, but Na'Vi, they are hyper aware of this. They drop the water and get themselves away. Gem will be out, and then oh my goodness, a fraction earlier and they would have caught him. Not quite there in time, and not the hero actually gets out right in front of FN's face before he sees 2 of them TP away. Instances from getting a stun cancel there.
I'm not sure if you noticed that, but when SoNNeikO planted that ward, ward of Navi that was on top of the sentry died like 1 second before that ward came down. So when that ward came down, they're like, guys, there's smoke right here. Boom. Storm zips up, Axe blinks away, Lina goes into the trees, and they just get out. Just like that. So unfortunate for Navi that they don't catch anything. Sorry, so unfortunate for Live to win that they don't catch anything here.
Absolutely brutal. Well, that is a big waste of time and a big loss from Liv when they really wanted to try and make something happen with his Chronosphere. They didn't. Now it's back to the drawing board, unfortunately, but they're going to try and put some pressure on tier 1. Unfortunately, they're shoving in these lanes inside of Navi very nicely. Mid and soft pushed in pretty damn hard, so they're going to have to come back and deal with this one.
Yeah, the anti-mage is so big now. This Abyssal Blade, he can pretty much burn all of Void's mana in the fight before he BKBs, or just jump onto the Snapfire. Gonna go straight up into the high ground, and Live to win have to react to this. They don't have the option to just keep going.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
27 minutes into this game. Anti-mage is just so far ahead of everyone. How much gold ahead of the Void is he now? Like it's 7,000 gold ahead? 7,000 gold ahead?
Yep, he is 7,000 gold ahead. I mean, this game, Live to win, they had to make at least 1 or 2 plays that would have netted a kill onto AM, right, earlier on. That's a chrono, or AM messes up a blink, and then you get like a rupture on him or something, but they just couldn't do it. And one of the reasons why is because like the Bloodseeker is not a setup in this game either. So the Void's pretty much your only setup to the AM. He didn't have a lot of threats. Every time he saw Void go off the map, he was just like going into a really defensive position on B2.
Well, we have Storm jumping forward, just grabbing that regen. Really wanted that one. And now they jump forward onto the and then oh my goodness! That was making they bring down Dream and FN. The cause is going on move forward. Shadman is going to drop a buyback coming out from the face of this point. Not sure why though. This fight is already dead and buried, and SoNNeikO, he's going to be going to the ground right next to his fallen teammates. Another hero dead. Iceberg with his regen room doing whatever the hell he wants. That is just not. That's just
yeah, that was a word. He had a ward on the high ground, and it was so easy for Navi to just find the best possible target, which was the Snapfire. We know how important FN is. He's the one who does all the damage on the side of Live to win. As soon as he's dead, there was no more fight there, and that's it.
They could have made something happen with that Chronosphere, but RodjER pre-casts the Hex onto the Faceless Void, cancelling out the Chrono immediately. Yeah, they have the vision, they have the fight, that's it. I want to be aware of those high ground wards. Big misstep from the win. Pretty much costing them the game. I mean, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to come back from this one. Danny Gaben says 2% chance. I imagine that's probably going to drop a little bit further when it updates and realize the bottom ranks have fallen as well.
Yeah, I mean, Live to win was pretty much one team fight away from making this game even, and now they're like probably 3 team fights away before they could even make this game close. That being said, they need to take, you know, some baby steps. Use the chrono, maybe get a kill on AM. We saw AM lose all his mana in the last fight.
Yep, they have their cooldowns. Axe is just going to jump in there, sees everybody. Hey guys, how's it going? Gets a call up onto 2. Iceberg going to follow up as well. They'll be able to double chat him, even though he does actually get the disruption off onto himself. Dream can't really find a target to drop that chrono, and now the Abyssal Blade comes onto his face. Oh no, anti-mage gets on top and kills off the face of Void. F it on the rubber, they're just going to call it him, and that is it. And that really is it. GG, well played. The calls, and the celebratory Laguna Blade onto a creep. As 30 minutes in, Navi will take game number 2, drawing this series out to a 2-0 close. That was clean. That was a clean game 2. Very, very nice.
Indeed. And huge props to